slopes all around us, every day. Nick here deals with slopes in roads, hills, rails, and other places. When we calculate slopes, we answer the question, how steep is it? Let's check in with Nick, who's heading up a hill nearby, and horizontally across. Slope is the ratio of these two movements. More exactly, slope is the rate of change of the vertical movement for each unit of horizontal movement. We can see that Nick's road is steep, but how steep is it? To find out, let's draw the hill as a line on the graph. We can see that for every two spaces on the graph that the line moves up, it also moves one space across. The amount of vertical movement is called the rise, and the horizontal movement is the run. Slope of a line is the ratio of the rise to the run. We can write this as an equation. Slope equals rise divided by run, or, for simplicity, rise over run. Let's calculate the slope. Since the rise is 2 and the run is 1, the slope is 2 divided by 1, which equals 2, to be the same between any 2 points on a straight line. So we can calculate the slope of Nick's hill using any 2 points on that line. Last time, we used these 2 points. If you use these 2 points, or these 2 points, you'll get the same result. Happen if we swap the order of these 2 points. Would it change the slope of the line? No, the slope doesn't change. We can calculate the slope of a straight line from any 2 points, in any order. Don't believe me? Figure out a test to prove it yourself. Here are a couple more things to think about. If Nick's hill was steeper, would the slope be higher or lower? And what happens to the slope when Nick reaches the top of the hill and starts down the other side? We can also calculate the slope of a straight line without a graph, if we know the coordinates of any 2 points on that line. Let's look at 2 points on Nick's hill. X sub 1, Y sub 1. In this case, the actual numbers are 0, 0. The coordinates for point 2 are X sub 2, Y sub 2. The actual numbers are 2, 4. The rise between these points is the difference in the y coordinates, or y sub 2 minus y sub 1. The run between these 2 points is the difference in the x coordinates, or x sub 2 minus x sub 1. We use the letter m to represent slope, so our formula becomes, we just plug the coordinates values into the formula. Y sub 2, y sub 1, x sub 2, and x sub 1. We get 4 minus 0 divided by 2 minus 0, which equals 2. Same answer as before. Graph. Try counting with coordinates like these. Sometimes, doing the math is easier. What happens to the slope on a flat or horizontal stretch of road? Graph the road as a horizontal line and calculate the slope from these 2 points. We can see that the rise is 0 and the run is 7. Slope equals rise over run, which equals 0 over 7, which equals 0. 0 divided by any non-zero number is 0. So, all horizontal lines have a rise of 0 and a slope of 0. Look out, Nick! Some slopes are too steep to skate, like that cliff. So, what's the slope of that cliff? Using these 2 points, we can see that the rise is 5 and the run is 0. The line doesn't move horizontally at all. Slope equals rise over run, which equals 5 over 0, which equals, well, We know that division by zero is undefined. So the slope of this and any vertical line is undefined. We can also say that vertical lines have no slope. So we've learned that slope is the ratio of rise to run. Slope is the answer to the question, how steep is it? We can calculate slopes from any 2 points on a straight line. And watch out for undefined slopes.